What's your reaction to China expelling our consul in Shanghai, and will there be any further response from the government?
We will take whatever action is necessary to continue to protect our democracy and show that we're standing up for our values and our principles. This is a decision we took seriously, we took with careful consideration in order to do the right thing and expel the Chinese diplomat. We understand there is retaliation, but we will not be intimidated, and we will continue to do everything necessary to keep our Canadians protected from foreign interference.
Do you fear that there could be further retaliation from China, such as economic retaliation, like when they find safety concerns with our imports?
These are things that we considered, but we decided that we needed to move forward in a responsible way to send a very clear message that we will not accept foreign interference, and regardless of whatever next choices they make, we will not be intimidated, and more, we will ensure that China continues to see, along with other countries that are engaging in foreign interference, that we take this extraordinarily seriously.
Just asking about the travel advisor, you haven't updated it, so is the rest of Canadians unchanged?
Tout d'abord, nous avons pris cette décision de façon responsable et réfléchie. On ne peut pas accepter que des gens essayent d'interférer ou de s'ingérer dans notre démocratie et on est en train de démontrer ça clairement. Évidemment, on voit une rétaliation de la Chine, mais nous allons continuer de faire ce qui est dans l'intérêt des Canadiens. Nous n'allons pas être intimidés à ce niveau-là. Par rapport aux voyageurs canadiens, on va continuer de regarder et d'évaluer les risques selon nos réflexions, et la ministre pourrait plus en parler. In terms of travel advisories or next steps, I can tell you the minister is looking very carefully, but we will always do whatever is necessary to keep Canadians safe.
What's been going on over the past week is this has just been considered news. A lot of people are wondering, like, you're saying you're taking this very seriously, but then it's a week until what seems like the inevitable conclusion of expulsion actually happened.
Expelling a diplomat, declaring a foreign diplomat persona non grata, is a significant and serious step, and we took a little less than a week to reflect on it, to look at the possible implications, to make sure that what we were doing both demonstrates Canada's firmness, which it does, but also keeps Canadians and our interests protected.
On the Alberta wildfires, what's the next step for the federal government here? And you've been in contact. Will we get more details about federal supports, and what are the next steps?
We received the official request for assistance from Premier Smith and the Alberta government. We're looking at it right now. Now is a moment of both responding and discussing exactly how we can best respond, but also mobilizing resources as immediately as possible. I can tell you that over the past number of days, federal resources have been stood up and made ready for what we expected to be a request for assistance, and we're going to be able to be there for the people of Alberta.
On the Chief Justice, what's your reaction to the story about the judicial vacancies putting criminal trials at risk?
We continue to run an open merit-based process to appoint quality folks to the judiciary. We've actually, over 7.5 years, appointed over 600 new members of the judiciary, more than any other government in history, including the previous government that was in power for almost 10 years. We take very, very seriously the responsibility of making sure great Canadians are on the judiciary, and we continue to accelerate those processes.
Party policy was adopted saying that the government would look at ways to potentially outlaw using unverified sources of reporting, especially online. A lot of criticism saying this would essentially outlaw the use of anonymous sources. What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, Liberals, like all Canadians, are right to be worried about misinformation and disinformation and wanting to make sure that Canadians are protected from it. However, that policy is not a policy we would ever implement. We will never harm journalists' capacity to do the professional, independent work that they do. And on that, Facebook yesterday at committee said that news had a social value, but not really an economic value. That argument that the internet giants are putting forward is not just flawed, it's dangerous to our democracy, to our economy. Putting aside the jobs and communities that are supported by local journalism, by professional journalists. Understanding what's going on in the world around us is an essential service. Being able to challenge authorities and powers in democracies and in non-democracies is a fundamental part of what we're doing and how we create a better and fairer society forever. Woodward and Bernstein weren't influencers. Someone reporting on the horrors in Bucha is not trying to get likes on their Facebook page. Journalism is essential. Rigorous, challenging, independent journalism is essential. And the fact that Facebook is still saying that it doesn't want to pay journalists for the work they do shows how deeply irresponsible and out of touch they are with how we need to ensure, all of us, we're protecting our democracies. Merci tout le monde.